Hello everybody, Tallara here. Welcome back to Chained Echoes and welcome to the legendary University City of Nhysa, as Eagle so perfectly put it. We have defeated Frederick. We defeated the champion that the false gods sent. However, the tragedy is not over yet. There's a giant ball of fire in the sky ready to descend upon Volandis, and apparently Gawain is holding him back. His new servant, Keelian, a headless Keelian, came and delivered us a message that Gawain is actually hiding out down here in the ruined city of Nhysa. So, after all this time, hearing so many stories about how Victor went to school here, and well, apparently Glenn was the headmaster in a previous life, we are finally here to the city of Nhysa. If you remember, the city that sunk to the bottom of the earth. Victor says it has changed a lot. Let me guess, a little less humanity? Ugh. Oh dear, another memory flash? No, it's different. Ugh. What did you do? I don't know. Are those ghosts? Oh my. Well, maybe we should hurry. This cave is spacious, so we can easily call our sky armors here. Come on, let's go! Poor Sienna's so afraid of ghosts. Look at this wonderful fountain. It was just finished the other day. I think they are ghosts or spirits. Originally, only the students lived here. Since they came from wealthy backgrounds, they had a lot of money to spend. So it happened that more and more ordinary people moved here and offered their services. These people, in turn, also had needs, and, well, that's how the city grew. It's really, really cool to get to see it. Like I said, we've heard so much about it. To finally see the city, even in a ruined state, is still quite cool. Now, Sienna mentioned that we can use our sky armors down here. I'm not sure if that means... Oh, that answers my question. I was just about to say, I'm not sure if that means that we have to because the enemies will be giant or not, but apparently we do. One thing I need to show you guys is right away you may notice, whoa, what is that new sky armor? I did a side quest off screen. I was unfortunately not recording it when I completed it, but it actually gave Glenn one of those seraph armors that we've seen. So we do have a sky armor upgrade right now, and so that should lead us to hopefully beat these earthworms a little more easily. They are weak to water by the looks of it. The earthworms must see Glenn's shiny new armor and have decided that they would like to attack Glenn because poor guy is down. Luckily for us, all the earthworms are getting down there. Earthquake really hurts. One down. Two down. One to go. Just gonna use regular attacks and try to wear him down here. Beautiful. Alright, the earthworms definitely weren't easy, but we managed to get through. We got an upgraded sword and shield, which will be perfect for Bethrat's. Oh, sorry, it's actually the hammer and shield, which is an upgrade for Victor. Everyone's getting upgrades nowadays. Looks like we're in the ruins of a market here. Nhysa is now one of the largest cities in Aldrea. Clearly the ghosts are speaking from the past, when Nhysa was, you know, well, before it was destroyed and lost. Whoa. Yeah, good thing we brought sky armors, because the two-headed wyverns and the earthworms are certainly, well, big. I'm quite glad we don't have to face them, just alone. Now, what are you weak to? You're weak to wind, the two-headed wyvern. And the earthworms are still weak to water. I really like that I upgraded Glenn so he has this new command defense ability. Raises our defense, and then he also has the offensive equivalent. I found both to be helpful in our sky armor encounters. Victor being our dedicated healer, as always. I'm actually gonna get Sienna to spread some of his poison to the worms. One worm down. Man, that did so much damage. Glenn just hit for 5,000 damage and it wasn't even an elemental weakness. Wow. Sienna just got hit with every single status effect under the sun. That's a little rude. She is blinded, poisoned, and weakened. So we're gonna have to get the rest of the gang to finish this off. There goes the earthworm. Beautiful. Until now, there were only a few mining villages on Volandis. Here and there, maybe a fishing village existed. After the construction of Nhysa, these villages grew. Now Volandis has 3 big harbor cities, Tormund, Wernshire, and Farnsport. I didn't realize, like, I knew that Nhysa was the biggest city back in its day, but I didn't realize it was the biggest city, period. Sometimes the trees start to burn for no apparent reason. Something is wrong with the ether that flows here in Nhysa. It somehow ignites with the smallest spark. I think that's the perfect subject for my doctoral thesis. Well, I'm glad you can find a silver lining out of spontaneous combustion, because there sure is a lot of fire. It's a little spooky. Looks like this is a park, which would be very nice if it wasn't on fire. What do we have here? Purple pig ears. They are weak to fire. Good time for Glenn's ultra move. We've had so much sky armor battling lately that we haven't really used many ultra moves. So it's nice to get back into the swing of things. For some reason, I thought these pig ears were going to be a breeze. I mean, they're not hitting for much damage, but they have way more HP than I expected them to, so I absolutely underestimated them. I can be the first to admit that. These little purple piggies taking all the hits. In the end, we finish them off, though. We continue through the burning forest. Go for a swim in the darkness. It's so dark, because, like, well, do you see the bubbles? I think we can take a dive there. What bubbles? Do you see the bubbles? Says Rob. No, I do not see the bubbles. I was just about to say it's so dark in here because there's obviously no night sky. Oh, here we go. And that darkness was making it hard for me to see those bubbles. Luckily they were brought to my attention, or we might never have seen them, to be completely honest with you. Hey look, it's more piggies! Yeah, they don't hit hard at all. I guess their power is in numbers. If we overwhelm them with attacks, we should be able to kill them before they kill us. That's the usual strategy for battle, right? Kill them before they kill you. It's a foolproof plan. Works every time. Bam. Nope. 2 left, actually. Spoke too soon. What does life thread mean? I honestly have no idea. The life thread takes its toll. Oh! So they, like, link themselves to 2 of my party members. Okay, interesting. Whoa. The vein! Do you really dare to oppose us, humans? I think their knees are shaking now that we're approaching. Fools! You do not know reason. Haven't you realized it yet? Remember what is the goal of the Church. Ever since Marcus took control, they've been trying to free the Harbinger. They wish to summon death upon Eldrea, and yet at the same time they provide prosperity to the whole world. We, on the other hand, have imprisoned the Harbinger and do not want him to return. Yet we destroy the human race again and again. How can you make sense of all this? I don't understand what you are getting at. Of course not, because everyone is fooling you, child. Have you never wondered where the Harbinger is sealed? What his prison is? With our magic eons ago, we did not lock him in a physical prison. The prison where the Harbinger has been waiting for his return is the Maelstrom. The ether of the dead are the bars of his cage. What does that mean? Can it be? Remember the shells at Magnolia's? The amount of ether in the Maelstrom is limited. The more people that are alive at the same time, the weaker the prison of the Harbinger becomes. That's why the Church makes sure that life is created. That's why we make sure that enough ether keeps flowing back. That's what the monsters in the Church's laboratories are for? That's why that lump of flesh has to have so much energy stored in it? They're draining the Maelstrom to free the Harbinger? Do you understand now? We have been your allies all this time. Turn back. Let us continue our work. Then call back your orb of fire. No, Lenny. Glenn? One way or another, we have to stop the vein. It can't be right for them to destroy humanity over and over again. What other choice is there? How many centuries have passed without a weapon being found against the Harbinger? Without us, more and more humans will be born. The Maelstrom will run dry and his cage will break. While you are still as helpless as in the beginning. Why is that? It's because you've systemically been throwing humanity back into the dark for millennia. All technological progress dies. How will we ever find a weapon like that? The risk is too great. No, we're not going to let that happen. If it costs that many lives, we would rather take the risk. I'm convinced that humanity will find a weapon if given the chance. Glenn, you're right. If we don't try, we'll never know if we could develop a weapon. Our goal is clear. The Vane's eternal cycle of destruction must find an end. Foolish children. But we understand. Reasoning with your kind is folly. It always has been. Okay. So, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. They kept hitting us with these juxtapositions, if you will. Once we're done here, we will return home. What do you do for a living? Martial arts training. I would have thought it would be something to do with food. That's just what my parents do. When you're in the middle of puberty, you're doing the opposite. Anyway, as I was saying, that the vein kept presenting us with these juxtapositions. What is true light? What is true darkness? And it did make sense that the church's... Well, it didn't make sense, I should say, that the church's actions never lined up with their original goal of freeing the Harbinger. But now that we know that the Maelstrom is in fact the jail keeping the Harbinger sealed, keeping humanity flourishing and its populace alive, was actually furthering the church's goals, whereas the Vein were doing the opposite. It's such an interesting moral conundrum. What is the better way? What is the worst way? To kill humanity to seal the great evil, or to protect humanity to ultimately bring back the great evil? Those are the two choices on the table, but we have said no. There's got to be a third option. Just a few more days and we're done. Through the ether donations, we have enough energy to execute the plan. The plan? Well, now I want to know what this Nhysa plan was. Talk to some more ghosts to see if we can find some more clues. What the hell is this beast? It's huge! That's the true king, Asniadel. Be quiet or you'll wake him up. Whoa! It's a literal dragon! Taking a nap! That's so freaking cool. Alright, we'll leave him alone. We got the silver key, which is, I think, what we needed for that mechanism back there. If we get a bronze key, we can go through there, but first we're gonna creep quietly past the big snoozing dragon. Now, is this the key we need for this? Yeah. What did that do? Ah, it opens this. A bit of a shortcut, if you will. All day long, I see one carriage after another leaving the city. They're all coming from the academy. I wonder what's going on there. Sword and shield upgrade. Corbeth Threz. The city is huge. Like, you could get lost just twisting and turning through here. I've got to escape because we weren't in our sky armor for that battle. Some areas of the city require sky armors for battles and others don't. And I'm never quite sure which is which. But this is a sky armor part, so here we are. Crap. 2 of us down? Well, that's not ideal. Hopefully one of them are down. The Warring Overheat. I might have underestimated these wormies. I gotta be honest, I was so used to fighting outside of Sky Armor that I kind of forgot about the tactics to go back into Sky Armor. It's a big switch, having to go from Sky Armor to regular battle. I just fled that last battle so we didn't have to actually lose. And we're gonna go about this in a different strategy. Whereas with the enemies we were fighting on foot, we could kind of just overwhelm them. Here we need to be more cognizant about setting up our buffs and all that kind of stuff. All-out attacks just don't work in Sky Armor mode. And that's where I tripped up. There we go. The second time around was much more successful. Again, I had to change my mindset. Need a key to proceed. Okay. So there's... I don't know if that's connected to the other one we found, but either way, there's multiple places where we're gonna need some sort of bronze key. In the meantime, a new weapon for Glenn. Lots of sky armor buffs in this area. Guess I'll just stay on foot until we get into a battle. It's easy enough to just run away and then get into sky armor if you need to. Although, as I was saying that, we just started a sky armor battle, so I didn't even have time to go on foot. What are you guys weak to? Wind, I believe. Yeah. Inflicting Glenn with every status effect known to man. Got it. Even though Glenn can't move? Oh no, wait, Glenn can move. Wow, okay. I was just about to say, even though Glenn can't move, we can finish this. And we did finish it. However, Glenn could miraculously move after being hit by like 10,000 status afflictions. What do we have here? A destroyed house. Some loot. Can't read any of these books. La 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 la. You seem happy today. Is it because we're near the end of our mission? Oh no, it cut off the dialogue when I came inside. Will it resume when I go back outside? Oh, darn. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that would happen. I guess we'll never know why Sienna was singing happily. You guys will have to come up with your best guesses. Leave your comments down below of why you think Sienna was so dang happy. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Oh, we got a new frame. Let's see. The Kerberos. It raises attack, magic attack, and defense. I'm gonna give that to Bethraz, I think. Looks cool. So many little lizards and stuff that live down here. Or are they rats? Some sort of little vermin that live in the ruined city of Nhysa, which I suppose makes sense. There's also lots of worms and wyverns around here. Oh, I didn't realize we were trending so far to the left. Get us out of overheat, wyverns. That's right, inflict Glenn with everything. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with overheat for a moment, but we should be able to finish this, I hope. Maybe not quite yet. Spoke too soon. Gonna take one more turn. We should still be okay. Glenn says, yeah, you're okay. What about me? I keep getting hit. Alright. All I can say so far about Nhysa is that this place is freaking huge. I feel like we've been exploring for I don't know how long. We found a lot of loot. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating this exploring by any means. I just can't believe how big this city truly is. But I guess it makes sense. If once upon a time it was like the biggest city in all of Volandis, it begs to reason that it would be big. The students are so rich that they even built an artificial lake. Their private airships can be parked here. So I guess up until Glenn, the previous reincarnation of Glenn, was headmaster, only rich people attended the academy, I think. So Glenn probably really changed things when he started offering scholarships and whatnot. He really was an influential figure here in Nhysa. There's another sky armor upgrade. That's a good one for Sienna. We're gonna be ready if any great worms come our way. Speak of the devil. Time to try out our new gear. Alright. Guys, clearly we have a lot more of the city of Nhysa still to explore, but at least we've learned some background about the Harbinger, where he is trapped, what the Vein and the Church's real plans are. We're gonna have to continue through this city if we want to find them and stop them once and for all. We'll call it a day here, folks. Thank you all so much for watching, as always, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon for another episode of Chained Echoes.